And welcome to part 2 of the unboxing and assembly of the SPT99-11 SKILSAW job site table saw. Today we're going to go through putting on some of the accessories and final thoughts. Hi YouTube, my name is Steve Bonin. Welcome to Urban DIY, where we are devoted to working in small spaces. Let's get on with it. Yesterday we went through the unboxing and the general assembly of the frame and putting this on the frame. And today we're going to go through putting on some of the accessories and final thoughts. Anyway, let's get at her. Okay, the first thing we're going to put on is the blade plate, table plate, and I'm doing it backwards here from the back of the saw. So it just fits in. There's some tabs that go into some little holes there and fits in, and there's some spring metal there. And you just push it down. And I'll come around. When you want to take it out, you just do that. Nice and simple. So I was trying to raise the blade to do the next part, and I couldn't raise the blade, and I couldn't figure out why. So there was instruction in the book to tell me to remove that cable tie right there, which I forgot to do in part 1. And now looking at it, I don't think I'm going to do it with the knife. I will, the closest thing I got at hand is these. These are old. So remove that. So I went back to the instructions and found that I have a piece of styrofoam that needs to be taken out. That is not going to come out of there easily. I'm going to struggle with that. Just hope there's nothing in the way. I don't feel any wires or anything, so I'm just going to cut away at that. And hopefully I don't hit anything on the saw. I am truly amazed that they somehow got that in there. Okay. They must put that in there before they put this on. Anyway, so we should be able to lift the blade now. Okay, for the next part, the instructions say ensure we are at 0 degrees. So we're at 0 degrees. Oh, much nicer. That blade comes up very nice. So, or comes up very nicely. So you raise the blade to 100%. Okay, we're going to raise the riving knife. I hope there's enough light for you to see. There's a red handle there. You loosen it off by going clockwise, and you rise. Take this to its maximum position, and it's pretty off. Oh, there we go. Nice. Nice and solid. Okay, the instructions for this were not all that favorable or easy to understand. So, this is your safety fence. You pull this up and you hold it here. And I don't know if you can see the notches in the riving blade here, but you push it back in, push it down, and then you push that tab down and it locks in place. And there you go. And I'm just at this end, and take my glasses off so I can see. We're just going to put that in there. Snap the table plate down, or the blade plate, and there you go. There's your safety fence. And I don't know. Let's get a piece of wood. Does it bind at all? No. No. It seems quite good. Quite easy. Yes. Okay, we're looking at we're looking from the rear of the saw now. And this are our anti-kickback teeth. We have this nice little spring-loaded clip-on thing. And what you do is you line that with your riving blade. You get it in there like that. And you let them go. And it's in there. And they do that kind of thing. They fly. So we're still looking at the rear of the saw. This is the dust collector elbow, which just goes on, slips in there like that. You can take a hose to a dust collection system. On the job site, you can turn it down and just put a container, a bucket underneath to collect some of the bigger dust. And reviewers for this are very impressed about its collection ability. Anyway, onward and upward. Okay, let's go through a few things on the front. I found my side cutters. So you have it on and a quick release off that you can hit with your knee. Over here you have your up and down for the saw blade, which is very, very smooth, very nice. So bring her up a little bit. This is the release for the bevel gauge. Oh. So you can set this. There's a stop at 45, and a stop at 0, and all the things in between. At some point, we're going to have to test. So if you want a 30-degree angle, you just put it there, lock it in. Up is unlock, like that, and lock it in. Another very convenient storage thing is the fence. It's right here. There's a clip on the front and a clip on the back. Okay, the fence installs here. Oops. And locks in front and back. I think I can turn this around so that you can see this lever. So you pull that lever up, just so you can see it. Okay, so the fence is installed. So that's the full extent, and you just lock the fence in like this, and that is solid. That is solid. It's a full extension. So that's easy to see. That's very easy to see. Nice. So my microphone isn't working. I just want to demonstrate how to do a wide cut and some of the features of the fence. So I'm unclipping the fence and putting it to the outer position and clipping it back in. Now I'm going to move it out to the furthest position, which is about 30 5/8. I think the scale goes to 30 1/2. So now I'm flipping over the auxiliary fence, and it's in the lower position, and I'm just showing you that that can be used as a ledge and some level with the tabletop. I'm moving it back in and showing that it butts right up against the tabletop. So what I'm showing you here is the fence and how easy it is to turn. I'm going to take it off the outer position and I'm going to put it into the inner position. There's two positions for this fence. You snap it in front and back, and I'm just showing you that you can take it right up to the blade. Now I'm going to point at the marker on the ruler there, and I'm going to show you that the marker is right on 0. I'm going to do a couple measurements. I believe the first one is at 8 inches. So I'm setting the marker at 8 inches. And I'm measuring with the ruler. And measuring the outside of the tooth. And it's right on 8 inches. So nice. So now we're going to go around the saw starting on the left hand side. I'm showing you here the handlebar that makes it easy to move, and I'm also going to show you that it doubles as support. It's level with the table, so it's a left hand side support for any of your material. I'm also I'm unclipping the fence, and I'm going to show you how you can store the fence underneath. Yeah, there's only one way to do it. Oh, I forgot to move the fence rail back to the storage position. So now you push it up and you clip it on the two little nuts that are there, and you clip it front and back, and then you go around and lock it in position. So here we've moved to the back of the saw, and I've shown much of this to you already. So the first thing is I'm showing you where to store the dust collector elbow, and how it goes on, and how it turns, and where it stores. Next, we're going to look at the miter gauge, and you push it into a little square hole under the dust collector, under the push stick, and there's two little clips there that it snaps into. There's storage for the Allen key. It just pushes in there. And so, and it's nice and solid, so it's not going to fall out in a truck even with vibration. So the wrench to take off the blade is also stored under there. There's just a plastic wing nut. You loosen off the wing nut and maneuver the wrench off, and go back and just tighten it up, and that's where it gets stored. So here we are at the blade safety fence, and so you put it on pretty much how you put it on the riving blade. There's the same little jig in there. So you hold up the lever and you hold it at the front, and you push it down at the front and in to the slot, and then down at the back, and then you lock the lever down, and it's in there. There's two little clips on the side to hold the plastic pieces. So we are at the right hand side again, and one thing I forgot to mention was right underneath the table there is a place to hook the anti-kickback claws. I'm just showing you the dust collector elbow again there, and now I'm showing you the lock for the fence rails. It's in the lock position now. Oh, and the storage for the push rod is right there. It's accessible when you're standing in front. One last thing that I forgot to mention is there are leveling feet on this frame, or on the outside frame. So if you are using this in a shop situation, then you can level it up quite nicely. So final thoughts. So the SPT99-11 SKILSAW job site table saw. If I had to sum it up in one word, I would say solid. From the huge wheels that make it easy to go over rough ground, to the solid tubular steel frame that it sits on, to the thick cast, I guess this is cast top. All the connections are really solid. And everything seems to work really, really nicely. I haven't cut anything with it yet. And there'll be many upcoming projects where I will show you how it cuts, and that's about it. The other thing that I really like about this saw is the way everything fits in. It all fits in. You can clamp everything down. You can fold it up. You can put it in your truck, and when you get to the other end and you unload it, you haven't forgotten anything. It's all there. Anyway, that's it for me. Check out these other videos. This is Steve Bonin with Urban DIY. Thanks for watching.